Let's cross live now to our colleagues at Fox News for the latest on the situation.
And then come back into session in the joint session and then see whether or not they're going to continue with any of these other electoral challenges, maybe to Pennsylvania or Georgia, or maybe, some Republicans might pack it in. If they do pack it in after those roll call votes to certify Arizona or not, or you could do it by unanimous consent or a voice vote. That could make it pretty quick, frankly. You come back into session and you could be wrapped up in 30 or 40 minutes.
All right, Chad, thank you. Let's head to Mike Emanuel, Chief Congressional Correspondent. Quite a day on the Hill. What do you know, Mike?
Brett, I've been talking to some of the key players who have been challenging the certification of the election, and they're really trying to figure out what their next play is at this point. Obviously, they're still upset about the 2020 election, but they recognize there's an optics problem. They've seen all this unfolding on their TV sets as we have, as we've been talking about it, and they recognize that a lot of people on their side of the aisle are totally aggravated and that some are starting to flip on them, and so they're really looking ahead to try to figure out how much of a fight they put up as this goes forward, presumably later tonight. But I'm told no final decisions have been made, but there are serious conversations underway about how they're going to play it, because they recognize their base still is aggravated about the election, but the reaction today really hurt the cause going forward, Brett.
Do we know anything from Capitol Police about the people? For example, the woman who was shot at the House, the door to the House chamber. Do we know anything yet about specifics?
So far, we have not heard specifics. Obviously, it's still a very active scene. We're in lockdown here in the Russell Senate office building, basically told to shelter in place, and so they have a very active scene going on. I think they're still trying to assess who they've arrested, who they're dealing with on the front lines of this dispute tonight. But bottom line, we have not heard anything about the woman who lost her life earlier today.
And can you tell us, is the tear gas smell gone from the Capitol?
It is dissipating, let's put it that way. It was bad earlier, but it is definitely clearing out. And so one would anticipate with some cleaning and perhaps some cleanup of some of the mess left behind that they may be able to get back in session in the next hour and a half.
We're going to take